met him, he was a very nice young man.
Allora, è il 19 dicembre 2010, siamo qui al Mattatoio di Carpi con i Clear Pictures. Questa è una collaborazione con Mumble, un free press di Modena e provincia. È una novità per noi le interviste a dei gruppi stranieri, sono ragazzi inglesi e faranno un live dopo, suoneranno. E passo la parola alla nostra collaboratrice Luna che con l'inglese se la cava molto bene e niente, farà una breve intervista.
So you guys are the Clear Pictures. Do you want to briefly introduce yourself?
I'm David.
Brennan.
I'm Johnny.
And you're touring in Italy, and this is your 7th day?
No, it's the 7th.
The 7th?
Yeah, we've been touring by train for the whole of the last week, and we go home tomorrow.
Okay. So it's the last day of the tour.
Last day to the tour, yeah.
So how has it been?
It's been okay. It's been a lot of travel, and some of the shows haven't been great, but some of them have been really fun. It's been a bit of a mix, and it was nice. We've seen Stanley Brinks and Clement Sprechard on the tour. We did 2 shows with them, and they're supposed to be playing with us tonight if they arrive, which they haven't done. And we always like to see them, so that's been fun.
Okay, so you don't sound very satisfied. What went wrong?
Well, we're just tired, I think.
We've been on the first day, we drove on a coach for 11 hours, and every day since, I think we've been on buses or coaches about 8 hours. Today we came from Salerno on the train, it took us 8.5 hours, so we're very tired.
Just tired.
The only free time, we had to look around Rome for about 2 hours, that was the only break we had. That was nice. We saw the Colosseum and all the ruins, but apart from that, we've just been sat on public transport.
Your life, I guess?
Yeah.
Is it the first time you come to Italy?
No, we played Sound Labs Festival twice, and we also did a short tour last year, I think, but I can't remember. It was very short, so this is our first, this is the longest we've been in this year.
So, you have released a new album, and can you tell me something about it?
Yeah, we recorded it in London at Soup Studio, which is off Brick Lane, and this is it. Susan rode the Cyclone, and it's got 10 wave picture songs on. It's mainly just the 3 of us playing. There's less special guests on this one than on the other albums, and we're very happy with it. That's about all there is to say. I think it's a good one.
Why did you choose to release it on vinyl?
Well, we didn't exclusively. We'd like it to come out on CD at some point, but that was just the only option we had at the time to get it out. Plus which we really like vinyl, so it was just nice to do something on vinyl, and that was the other reason. The main reason was that was the only way we could release it at the time, because we have so many albums we want to get released that sometimes you have to put one out in a different way, and that's the main reason.
So, speaking of your previous albums, I've been like doing my homework.
Yeah.
So I've been reading some of the lyrics of your previous songs, and there is one song in which you say something about not liking John Lennon.
Yeah.
And saying you will do something better than Sgt. Pepper at some point. Do you think you got there?
No, it's in the song. It's the character in the song, and it's meant to be because the girl that he's in love with writes a letter saying that she loves John Lennon, when he hopes she'll write him a letter and say I love you.
Okay.
So he's bitter and cross about John Lennon. I personally am not that man in that song, and I like John Lennon's music, and
I personally think though Susan wrote Cyclone is better than Sgt. Pepper.
That's a bold statement.
Well, I don't like that album. It's really bad. I tried to listen to it.
It's not one of their better albums. To be honest, it's not one of the Beatles' better albums.
Okay. Yeah. So you released an interview lately, and it was on the internet, on the radio.
Yeah.
on the rock, sorry.
All right.
And you said that you think that nowadays music's so crap.
Yeah, well, I think it's not bad to go and see bands live, but I think recorded music is in quite a bad state at the minute. Things sound very fake, and bands aren't recording live, they're recording by multi-tracking everything, even indie bands. So indie bands now sound kind of the same as U2, sound kind of the same as Britney Spears, everything's kind of the same, and I don't really enjoy that. I prefer more of a human sound that I think is missing at the moment, I think. But I hope it'll come round again, and live recording will come back into fashion, but it's out of fashion at the moment.
So we've been doing a survey on our website, trying to decide which was like our readers' favorite album for 2010.
Yeah.
Do you have a title?
No, because there's no good albums made in 2010. It's very hard to think of a good one.
Yeah, I don't think I'd bought an album by a band from 2010.
Probably Stanley Brink's album by Stanley Brink's, like Stanley Brink's Yodels. He made that this year. That's a really good album, Stanley Brink's Yodels.
Does he really yodel on there?
He really yodels on it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great album. He made that this year. But apart from him and some other friends of ours, there's really no one we like.
Okay. So I have one last question. It's more of like a political question, because you know what's going on in England is the same as what's going on in England. Like students are going in the streets and manifesting against, like protesting against what's going on with the university and the culture cuts. What do you think about this?
Well, we were talking about this the other day actually, and I think we don't know enough really. I think it's probably a bit bad, but I don't think we really know enough to have a very strong opinion. I think it's a bit bad that they're raising fees.
Is it traveling?
Sorry? Yeah.
Traveling?
Yes, yeah, it's bad. I think it's bad, but I don't know all the hard facts enough to be...
It's very difficult because we don't know about Italy, but in England they've turned the education system into a business, and they've tried to get as many people into higher education as possible, regardless of what they're studying or whether they want to study. And it's become a business where universities have to pass people because they're making money, and when you do that, when you turn it into a business instead of it being about education for its own sake, for the sake of learning and the joy of learning, then you've totally changed what the university is, and now so it's a business, so why not charge an awful lot for it? So it's very complicated, because on the one hand I'm in favour of the students protesting, and I think that it's a shame they have to pay so much, but on the other hand we've all let this happen. Now almost no one goes to university to learn. They go because they think it'll help them in the job market, which I think is very sad. I don't think that's what universities should be for. So I think it's a complicated subject, I think.
Perfect. That's an answer.